Hi guys, Jimbo here, the driving test guy, New South Wales, helping you pass your P1 New South Wales driving test, hopefully first go. Speaking of first go, I've just been up to Gregory Hills to the test centre up there and took a student up there for the 10:35 test, and we passed first go. Happy days. And not only that, they passed with a 100% score. It's always sweeter when you see that 100% score. So yeah, congratulations to that student. Now today's video is a FAQ video. When I'm on lessons and that, sometimes I actually refer to the test sheet, and there's a whole list of fail items there. And often the student says, hey, what are all the fail items? Now, just a disclaimer here, knowing the fail items doesn't really help that much. It just, you still need to be able to drive correctly, but it's just out of interest thing. There's 19 of them. I'm going to go through all 19 of them. Now, you'll actually find them also in this book, if you've got this book as well. They hand it out free at the test centre. Now, the first one is what we're going to call F1. It's basically disobeying traffic signs, signals and road markings. So, classically, you've rolled through the stop sign, you haven't stopped at the red, or you haven't stopped at the yellow when it was safe. When you're driving, you've gone over maybe an unbroken road marking where you shouldn't have. And that's it, you're out. F1 fail. You're not marked down, you're just out. F2, failing to give way when necessary. Okay, that's pretty explanatory. You meant to give way, say, to the right, and you didn't. You went, not safe. Often leads to an F6 fail when the examiner might have to stop the car. I'll talk about that in a sec. So F2 is failing to give way. Make sure you're picking appropriate gaps. F3, colliding with a vehicle, pedestrian or object. Now this is classically where this will happen is you've come into the curb or you're doing your parking, you've smacked the curb and gone up. As soon as you go up, F3. Another place that often happens is on roundabouts, if you're doing a right turn or U-turn, and it's always that rear right tyre, hits the island and goes up. Once it goes up, F3, you're out. F4, performing an illegal act or manoeuvre. Now with F4, basically with that one there, it's like a general purpose illegal foul. So you've gone on the wrong side of the road or something, or you've turned left from the wrong position, like left from the right hand side of the road, making a U-turn that's not lawful, things like that. It's just a general purpose fail item. F5, now this one's pretty common. This is exceeding the speed limit. Okay, so where this one classically happens is in school zones. You get over 40 in no time, or on long 50 zones, you're over 50 in no time. Also classically happens when it goes, say, from 60 to 80 or 80 to 60 and just spilling over the speed limit there. Just make sure you're under the speed limit. You just got to notice when you're in the zone you're in. Okay. F6, action requiring a testing officer intervention. So this is where the examiner had to jump in and stop the car usually, or help with the steering or something. So you've gone to go, but it's really dangerous. They're not going to let it play out. They actually say stop, or they jump on the brake, and that's it. As soon as that happens, you're out. Now what they currently do at the tests, because of Corona, if something like that happens, they take you back. They just turn you around and you don't finish the test, you just go back. Okay, F7. Now with F7, that's causing a dangerous situation. Okay, so you've done something that puts other people at risk. Slamming the brake on too hard, or overtaking in an unsafe manner, you know, in front of, it's just dangerous. So you have to drive safely. Okay, so just be careful. F8, failing to maintain proper control of the vehicle. Now with F8, this is, you might be not holding the steering wheel properly, one hand palming, you might have skidded the wheels, you're not, in the manual, you might be just rolling along with it in neutral, or the clutch coasting and that. So, yeah, just gotta be in control of your vehicle properly. F9, failing to exercise due care to avoid an accident. Okay, with F9, basically you need to be ready to respond to the hazards. So if you go flying past trucks or quick into bad vision intersections and you're not prepared for the hazards, and if something really bad happens, yeah, you're out. Yeah, you have to drive safely, keep your space, creep up when you can't see, go slowly past things when there's a vision block out. F10, failing to give way to an emergency vehicle. That's just a bit of bad luck. An ambulance coming on that day you test, and if you don't get out of the way or allow them to get around you and you're in their way, yeah, you're out. That happens pretty rare, that one. F11, disobeying directions from a person controlling traffic. Okay, just a stop go guy, he says stop and just go anyway. Obviously that's going to be a problem. Got to obey them. F12, frequently not signaling intention. So this is basically if you do 3 bad signals, you didn't signal, late signal, short signal, didn't signal out the roundabout, on the 3rd one you're out. Okay. F12, pretty popular, that one. F13, refusing to attempt any part of the test. Okay, with that one there, I can't imagine this happening. Like, you're in the test and the examiner says, okay, turn right, and you say, no, I'm not doing that. I mean, that's just bizarre. I mean, you deserve to fail if you're going to do that. F14, repeated or deliberate failure to follow directions. Now with this one, you just, I don't know, the examiner says turn right, you turn left. He says turn left, you turn right, and you continually get it wrong. So they just say, look, you're out, come back. But look, if you just do the odd missed turn, that's okay. F15, unreasonably obstructing other vehicles or pedestrians. Now in Narellan here, there's an intersection with 2 sets of lights, and the second one's red and it queues back into the first one. If you find yourself blocked into the first intersection because the traffic is queuing up and you don't notice, you get stuck in the middle, you're out, or you're blocking the crossing, yeah, you're out. That's classic F15 fail. F16, receiving external advice or instruction during the test. That's just, obviously, if you're cheating, you get help, you're out. F17, not parking to the required standard. So you just got to make sure you finish in the correct position with the parking. You're not, you know, parked illegally, or you're blocking traffic or something. But you can, on the reverse park in a driveway. Sometimes they'll say that's okay because they can't find another car. F18, fail to maintain a safe following distance. So that's your 3-second gap. What often happens is student keeps a 3-second gap. Someone comes up beside and pulls in, and the student doesn't rebuild the space. You've got to keep rebuilding the space. F19 is the last one. This is my favorite one. Frequently not making required observation checks. Okay, with this one, 3 strikes, you're out. So you do your head checks, shoulder, pulling out, pulling in the curb, check traffic lights, there's a few of them. If you're not doing these checks, on the 3rd one, you're out. This is probably the most common fail item. Okay guys, there's some information for you if that was relevant. If you wanted to know a bit about those fail items, you can listen to this video and add that to your knowledge. Keep practicing, and if you haven't already, press the subscribe button, press the notification button, because I'll have a new video up soon on 3-point turn. Okay, take it easy folks, stay safe.